I know you have heard these statements before. A money market fund is a parking spot for money before you get a better investment opportunity. And I agree with these statements 100%. And today we are looking at how to use money market funds effectively without feeling as if the returns are too low for you. Money or for you. So for those who have been asking, where do I put my money given that the returns for money market funds continue declining and everyone else is talking about how a money market fund is not an investment? This video is for you. So in today's video, we are going to be using money market fund as a parking spot for our money before we get a better investment opportunity, or with a goal to move the money to a better investment opportunity later on. And guys, let's not forget the other benefits of money market funds, the fact that they have capital preservation, they're also liquid, and also the fact that they are low risk investments, meaning you still need such an investment in your investment portfolio. So in short, today's video is a simulation. We are going to be using real numbers to show how we can go about this. So I want us to assume we have 500 Kenya shillings per day to invest, and to avoid spending this money, we are going to be putting this money in a money market fund. Our goal here is to have enough to move to a better investment opportunity or an investment with better returns. Remember, most better investments have better returns, and they also don't allow you to do 500 Kenya shillings contribution. They have a higher barrier to entry, meaning that their minimum investment is also high. So in this case, we are going to be moving this money to a money market fund, the 500 Kenya shillings per day into a money market fund, until we hit the required minimum investment for a better investment opportunity. And then our other goal is to compound the contributed money for 1 year. So the ultimate goal is to find out how much you'll be having after compounding this money for 1 year. Remember, this is not financial advice. I am doing this to challenge you and also to show you that this is actually possible. We are going to be using example funds, and if you choose to do this, you can choose a fund of your liking, okay? Also, if you decide to invest in any of the funds mentioned here, make sure that you do your due diligence and assess each fund and their level of risk so that you understand where you're putting your money into. Also, remember not to put all your eggs in the same basket. I'm very big in diversification, so make sure that you're diversifying your investment. Now, for our better investment opportunity than the money market fund, we are going to be picking a special fund. And in this case, or for this video, I want us to use Mansa-X. So we are going to be contributing 500 Kenya shillings until we get the minimum required to invest in Mansa-X, which is 250,000 Kenya shillings. So our first job here is to find out how long will it take for us to contribute until we get to the 250,000 Kenya shillings mark. After we reach our goal, we are not going to stop there. We are going to continue contributing the 500 Kenya shillings per day in the same money market fund for another year. And as we contribute these 500 Kenya shillings per day in the money market fund for a whole year, our money in Mansa-X will continue growing. And this is where I want us to see the power of compounding. So the ultimate challenge will to see how much we will have at the end of this whole period. The period where we are contributing 500 Kenya shillings to 250,000 Kenya shillings, and we move that money to Mansa-X, then the 1 year that you're going to spend in Mansa-X. So that is the ultimate challenge, or that is the ultimate goal of this video. Welcome to Study Well. This is a financial education channel. Here we analyze investment opportunity to find ways our money can work for us. If that is your interest, or that is something that interests you, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. And I have to say this, I love working with numbers. And if you have an amount you would like us to calculate so that we do have another video like this one, please let me know in the comment section. I want to do so many of these videos until we understand that investment is about consistency, time, compounding, strategy, and starting where you are, or starting right away. Also, if you're like me and you like such kind of videos where we are looking at numbers, let me know in the comment section. You can just type more in the comment section. So let's do this. So the first step is to start where you are. And for the purposes of this video, we are contributing 500 Kenya shillings per day. You do this consistently every day for a month. This is 500 Kenya shillings multiplied by 30, which is 15,000 Kenya shillings saved in 1 month. Nothing crazy, right? But this is just the beginning. So for those who earn on a monthly basis, it means that you're contributing 15,000 Kenya shillings per month. So your initial investment today would be 15,000. Okay, so don't feel left out. If you don't have 500 Kenya shillings per month, we can do 15,000 Kenya shillings per month, right? Now, our step 2 is staying consistent and do this for a whole year. Let's see how much we will have after 1 year. So we are investing our 500,000 Kenya shillings in a money market fund that is giving us a return of around 11% gross annual return, with the daily compounding and a 15% withholding tax. That gives us an effective return of 9.35% per year after tax returns, okay? If we keep going daily for 1 year without withdrawing, your money will grow to 190,000 Kenya shillings, 928, all right? Now, our step 3 is to invest until we reach our amount, that is 250,000 Kenyan shillings, which we are going to be moving to Mansa-X. So let's find out how long it will take us to get that 250,000 Kenyan shillings. This is an example fund. As I said, you can change this to a fund of your liking. You can use a formula or maybe an online calculator for this. I used both just to compare the results. So with daily contribution of 500 Kenyan shillings, and a 9.35% effective annual return compounded daily, it would take approximately 472 days to accumulate to 250,000 Kenya shillings. That is about 1 year, 3 months, and 17 days. So this means if you started today with that 500 Kenya shillings per day, by January 8th, 2027, you'll be having your 250,000 Kenya shillings to move that money to Mansa-X, okay? Now, we move to a step number 4. We now move our money because now we have the minimum required to move to a special fund. We move it to the special fund, that is Mansa-X, and we want to see what to expect in 1 year. But in the meantime, we continue contributing to our money market fund. So let's calculate how much you will have as an investment after 1 year in Mansa-X and 1 year of contribution in the money market fund. So for the MMF, 1 year of daily 500 contribution at 9.35% net, with daily compounding, you're going to be having 192,494 after 1 year. For Mansa-X, with 250 invested for 1 year at 18% annual return and quarterly compounding, you're going to be having 298,148, okay? Now, the total after 2 years, that is 1 year in Mansa-X plus 1 year in new MMF contribution, we are going to be having 490,642 in just 2 years, 3 months. This is to show you that investing doesn't have to be complicated, doesn't have to be complex. You just need to come up with a goal and remain true to that goal and also to the plan. And if you give it time, now you can even move this money around and start investing in the stock markets, in ETFs, and also in other investment opportunities of your choice. Or even put the 100,000 Kenya shillings into an infrastructure bond just to lock in the interest rates as the interest rate for money market funds continue going down. Please let me know in the comment section which should be our next number to calculate. Can be a daily or per month contribution and maybe your preferred fund. Then I'll do a video to show you the possibilities. As I said, we do so many of these videos until we see the possibilities. Let's make this a series by you suggesting the numbers we work on next. Thank you so much for watching. Happy investing. And if you're interested in learning more about the fund that we have discussed, that is Mansa-X, consider watching this video. See you in our next video. Bye.